Some nights stay quiet, but tonight felt different. It had been 2 hours since the store closed. The corridor lights flickered softly, casting shadows across the empty aisles. I was stacking leftover items carefully, careful not to make a sound. The hum of the refrigerators filled the empty space, soft, constant, almost soothing. Yet it made the silence feel heavier. The air was cold, thicker than usual, and my own breath sounded louder than I expected. I glanced at the front door, locked, secure. Yet something in me felt off. Then my phone vibrated against the counter. No notification sound, just the subtle tremble. I picked it up slowly. Unknown number. I hesitated. Who would text a closed store at 3:02 a.m.? Not ever. I unlocked it. Still here? The message read. I froze. My heartbeat echoed in my ears. I stared at the empty corridor in front of me, every shadow suddenly sharper, every corner darker. I typed back. Wrong number. I pressed send. No reply. I set the phone down, my hands trembling slightly, and walked toward the storage room. The doors groaned softly as I passed them. I reached for the light switch, clicked it on. Nothing changed. The lights didn't turn on. The darkness seemed thicker, almost swallowing the narrow corridor. The phone buzzed again. Another message appeared. Why are you still awake? I didn't respond. I didn't want to see more. I just stood there, my body stiff, listening. I could hear my own breathing. A soft shuffle behind me. No, only the echo of my steps. I stayed frozen, my hands clutching the counter. The message had vanished from the screen. I waited, longer than I should have. Every second stretched painfully. I finally took a step forward, toward the front door, toward the exit. But something made me pause. A shadow flickered at the far end of the aisle. I didn't move. I didn't speak. Just watched it stretch, shift, then disappear. My phone buzzed again. I looked at it. No text. Just darkness. I swallowed hard. My legs felt heavy. My heart raced. I knew the night wasn't over. Not yet. I took a deep breath and forced myself to move forward, toward the storage room at the back of the store. Every step echoed in the empty aisles, each sound magnified by the silence. The shelves, once familiar, now looked ominous, shadows stretching long and unnatural under the flickering lights. My phone buzzed again. This time 5 messages appeared at once. The first, look up. The second, behind you. The third, do you see it? The fourth, step closer. The fifth, don't turn around yet. I froze completely, unable to do anything but stare at the empty corridor. My breathing felt loud, like drums in my ears. I could feel the cold creeping up my spine, a chill I couldn't shake. Slowly, I bent to pick up my phone, my hands trembling. The screen lit up with a photo. A picture of the back aisle, empty, or so I thought. In the corner, far behind the shelves, a shadow moved slightly, just a flicker, but unmistakably there. I wanted to scream, wanted to run, wanted to vanish into thin air, but my legs refused to obey. Another buzz, another message. Now step closer. I forced myself to move forward, inch by inch, each step heavy with dread. The lights flickered above me. Every corner seemed to breathe, to watch, to wait. I glanced at the storage door. It was slightly ajar. I hadn't left it like that. Something had moved it. My phone vibrated violently again. I almost dropped it. The screen displayed a single word. Turn. I didn't want to. I couldn't. But curiosity, or terror, or foolishness, something forced me to glance over my shoulder. Nothing. Only darkness. Only the faint outline of the empty aisles. I moved toward the storage room, careful to avoid making noise. The doors creaked with every inch of movement. I reached the shelves. Nothing touched. Nothing moved. I set the phone on the counter, my eyes scanning the shadows. Every shelf, every corner, every darkened aisle, empty. Or so I thought. Then a sound. Soft, almost inaudible. A footstep behind me. Closer, closer. I didn't turn. I didn't scream. I didn't run yet. I just waited, heart pounding, hands clutching the counter, eyes wide, trying to see through the darkness. My phone buzzed again. A photo appeared. This time it was me, standing there, frozen, alone. But my eyes, they weren't mine. They were wide, staring, terrified. I dropped the phone. It slipped under the shelving. I backed away slowly, never taking my eyes off the darkness. I reached the storage room door. I opened it. Lights flickered inside, then stabilized. Empty. I exhaled slowly. Relief washed over me. But the buzzing didn't stop. Messages kept coming. A constant reminder. The night isn't over, and I wasn't alone.